I'm Erin Clifford. I am a health and wellness coach, and I'm going to give all of you some tips and strategies on how you can be healthy this Thanksgiving season. The fall season is one of my absolute favorite times to get out there and enjoy the food of the season. All the different squashes you might see at the grocery store, pumpkin, apple, the different potatoes like sweet potatoes. Sometimes you can even find purple potatoes. I always love to encourage my clients to really eat those fall foods. And how do you find them? Obviously, you can find them in your grocery stores. Look where you're at, like regionally. A lot of places have wonderful farmers markets. You could even visit some of the farms. And a lot of this stuff does translate to our Thanksgiving plate. I'm a very big fan of, balance and moderation. So you want to still be able to enjoy it, but also not feel, like you overindulged too much. So I always advise people to fill half of their plate with greens and other non-starchy vegetables. Things like, salads, Brussels sprouts, or roasted green beans and vegetables. And then of course, we know that protein is so good to give us a little bit of a boost. It also helps with cravings. You want to fill that quarter of your plate with some protein. So you've got half non-starchy vegetables, quarter of your plate protein, and then the other quarter of your plate, you want to have whatever you want that day, right? It's the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, that macaroni and cheese. That's actually my specialty that I like to bring every year. And then what about dessert? If you're someone who has a little bit of a sweet tooth, just choose one thing that you want to have. Maybe it's that grandma's pumpkin pie or the apple pie that you like. We all have these different family traditions. If you're someone who's worried about going back too much for seconds or overindulging, one thing that can be helpful is, before you go to your family gathering, making sure you have something to eat. A lot of people come having nothing to eat all day, so you're starving. So I always tell people, make sure you have some breakfast when you get up, having some protein with that, whether that's, yogurt, eggs, making a smoothie. So you're going to walk in and you're going to feel, like things are a little bit more manageable for you. So let's say that day you just, kind of let loose, overindulge, you wore your, loose pants. It happens. It's okay. What can you do the next day? I actually have a blog on my calendar, which is one of my most populars at this time of year, where it's really a one-day reset. And so what does that look like? I really advise people that day to just fuel that day with protein, with those non-starchy vegetables, get in some kind of movement, even if that's just going for a half-hour walk. Thanksgiving, it's really about being grateful. And if you feel like maybe you ate too much, drank a little bit too much, no big deal, right? You can turn it around because it's not about what you do one day. It's about what you do overall throughout the whole holiday season.